active rest. That's our first of each one of those exercises done. We got one more round of each exercise. Starting back over with that high knee pause in 3, 2, 1, and switch it. Remember, pause in that third step. Just keep it going, keep those lungs open, nice big full range of motion with those knees. Try to keep those knees up as high as you can, especially with that pause. When you stop, you want to try to keep that knee as high as you possibly can in that range of motion. Nice quick movement. Just 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to that active rest. Jogging in place, doing that boxer shuffle. Try to recover as best you can. Nice deep breath. 3, 2, 1, and back to those fly jacks. Nice big motion right in front of that chest. Try to get those arms to come actually back behind your chest just a little bit, so get a really good stretch to that shoulder as well as getting that full range of motion in front of that chest. Just keep it going, quick motion, keep those core muscles nice and tight, keep those lungs open. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. Good job. Go ahead and drop down to that mat for our first exercise. We're going to be switching back and forth between bicycle crunches and a lunge jack. Now that lunge jack we're going to have to stand back up for, but before that, let's go ahead and start off with that bicycle crunch and start it up. Just alternating back and forth. Remember, this is a bicycle crunch and not a crisscross crunch. So you can bring that elbow all the way forward to that knee. You can bring that knee all the way back to that chest. So make sure you get a really nice big circular motion with that foot. You're trying to do like you're pedaling a bike. So nice big circular motion out and back. Alternating back and forth, trying to get a good rotation on that torso, crunching with those abs as well as those obliques. Just keep that motion going. Again, keep those lungs open, especially with those core exercises. You want to always keep those lungs open. Makes those abdominal muscles have to work a lot harder. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and stand back up. We're going to do that jog in place. Just keep those feet moving, bouncing back and forth, nice and quick. We're switching into that lunge jack and switch it. Stepping forward, those hands come down underneath your leg. As you step back up, those arms come over your head. This is a nice slow motion. If you want to speed it up, you can, but make sure you have everything under control. Never let those arms or legs flail around. Focus on getting a nice full range of motion, nice long step, nice deep lunge, and then getting those hands up over top of your head, nice full body stretch, kind of stretching those hands away from your toes as much as you can as you come back up. Got about 10 seconds left till we switch back to that jog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog in place. Again, nice quick motion, staying up on the ball of that foot. Just bouncing back and forth, nice and quick. Moving back down to that mat for that bicycle crunch. And start it up. Just keep pulling those knees all the way in. Get a full range of motion on that hip joint. Trying to get a nice full extension on that leg every single time you kick it out. Big circular motion with that foot. Alternating left elbow to right knee, right elbow to left knee. Trying to get as much rotation to that torso as you can. Got 10 seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand back up. Do that jog in place. Remember, nice quick motion, staying up on the ball of that foot. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and start that lunge jack. Stepping forward, those hands come underneath that thigh, then standing back up, nice full extension with those hands straight up above your head, alternating back out with that opposite leg. Just make sure you're alternating every single time. Keep those lungs open, keep those arms nice and rigid, keep those core muscles contracted. Make sure every single muscle in your body is nice and solid the entire time, keeping that motion under control every single second. Got just 10 seconds left, just a little bit longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it relax. Nicely done. Our next two exercises are going to be plank slaps and stutter jacks. So let's go ahead and drop down into a push-up position for that first exercise, the plank slaps, and get it started. Those hands are going to come up to those shoulders, just alternating back and forth, keeping those hips down nice and low, just like a regular plank position. So nice straight line from shoulder to ankle, or as close to as you can control, and then moving back and forth, slapping that hand to that shoulder. So right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Just keep those lungs open, and again, try to keep those hips as low as you can. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand back up. We're doing that jog in place. Our next exercise is going to be that stutter jack. It's just like a regular jumping jack, but we're going to be doing it in 3 different positions. So let's start that up in 3, 2, 1. Just watch Kelly to learn it. It's going to be a pause in the middle. So it's a regular jumping jack at the bottom and the top, but you're just going to pause in the middle halfway through that motion. Just keep those lungs open. Now this can actually be a little bit hard to get used to at first just because your body's telling you to do a regular jumping jack. Just take your time, move slowly, and really exaggerate where those feet and those hands are going to go. Got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to that jog in place. Get those feet moving. Again, if you want to make it harder, just move those feet quicker or start picking those knees up higher to get more into a high knee. Otherwise, just keep those feet shuffling back and forth. And we're going to switch back to that plank slap. So drop it down to that push-up position, alternating those hands back and forth. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder, keeping those hips nice and low in that full plank position. Keep those lungs open, breathing normally. Anytime you're really engaging those core muscles, it makes it much, much more difficult to breathe. So your body's going to kind of want you to try to hold your breath to stabilize those abdominal muscles. If you keep those lungs open and breathe normally, it's actually going to make those abdominal muscles have to work a lot harder. You're going to get a lot more out of it. So always keep breathing. Got 5 seconds left till we stand up. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and stand back up. That jog in place. Got one more round of those stutter jacks. We're going to start them up here in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and start them up. Last round of those stutter jacks. Remember, pausing halfway through. So regular jumping jack motion at the bottom and the top, just pausing the middle halfway through that range of motion. Keep those arms and legs nice and rigid. Keep those core muscles nice and tight. Breathing normally. Got 20 seconds left. Just 10 more seconds. Keep them going. Keep everything nice and rigid. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. Nicely done. Our next two exercises are going to be a lateral hop and a high knee jack. So let's go ahead and get ready and started with that lateral hop. This is going to be a nice quick motion left to right, jumping as wide as you can. The idea is to get as much distance left to right as possible rather than straight up. So you want to try to keep those hips as low as you can to the ground and try to focus on just getting as much distance left to right as is possible. Just keep that motion nice and slow, under control. If you need a little bit of a break on those ankles, if you need a little extra or a little less impact If those ankles and knees are fine, then start trying to get really, really nice, big, wide, quick motions. And we're going to switch that jog in place in 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog in place. Just barely letting that foot touch the ground before you're pulling it right back up again, switching back and forth between those feet. Remember, if you want to make it a little bit harder, drive those knees a little higher. And let's go ahead and move to that high knee jack. So that knee is going to come straight up, just like a regular high knee. It's a slow march in place. Every single time that knee comes up, those hands come down and clap underneath that thigh. And then as those legs go back down, those arms come straight up over your head. Get a nice full straight line through that body. Just keep those lungs open. Really, really try to exaggerate that range of motion. So try to bring that knee up as high as you possibly can. Try and get that knee up to your chest as high as possible. You're not just trying to go to knee height or knee to hip height. You're trying to get that knee way up there, really nice and high. And go ahead and switch it back to that jog in place. Nice quick motion. Keep those lungs open. Try to recover as quickly as you can, as much as you can. And back to those lateral hops, just left to right. Nice, big, wide motion. Slower if you need a little bit of a break. Faster if you want it to be harder. Keep those lungs open and try to keep those hips nice and low. Got 10 seconds